Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey Troxel. It's a beautiful morning. It's about 74 degrees here, and a spring day in North Phoenix. I'm loving it. Beautiful sunny day. One of the reasons I love here, people say like you're in Phoenix, I could never live there. It's too hot. I mean, it doesn't get too hot for me. The thing I love about living here is there's like 300 and something, like 330 sunny days a year. Like every day I just expect it to be beautiful and sunny. Is it hot in the summer? It is. But I mean, every place you go has air conditioning. Costco in the mall has covered parking. Like, I don't care. So, it's just amazing. Some really cool things have happened. First, I've had to buy all new like tank tops because the ones I bought when I first started working out were large. And I'm a small now. So, which is what I should be at 5'4". So now I'm fitting into all new clothes, which is amazing. I think today we're going to show you a breakfast that we like. I'm going to do kind of a big breakfast burrito type of thing. It's one of Alexa's favorites. And I'm going to make a bunch of those. I'm going to like meal prep them. So I'll show you that. And we got some errands to do. So we'll take you along on that. Another cool thing is that normally, right now around this time of my weight loss, I'm about 150 pounds, between 148 and 150. This week, for the first time ever, my weight all week has been 140 something, either 148 or 149. It's not reached 150. So even my highs this week are 149 something. My lows are like 148 something. So I've now reached the point where I'm completely out of the 150s altogether, which is amazing. It's taken 2.5 years to get here. Like, it's taken a long time. But, I mean, that's the way it is, right? If anything, worth achieving is worth investing in. So the time commitment has not been an issue. It's just that I always thought it would take a lot less time to get here than it did. So just if you're watching out there, it takes a while. You have to really be in it for the long run. Like, nothing's going to happen overnight. If it does, it's not going to be sustainable because you'll learn nothing along the way. All right, let me show you what we're making today. Let's get into the recipe, and I can't wait to eat because I'm starving. All right, I'm ready to get started with my breakfast burritos. We'll do this, and then I'll show you what we're doing the rest of the day. Probably have a salad for lunch. I don't know if we'll be eating dinner. It all depends how hungry we are. Lately, we're just kind of having protein shakes for dinner. We may just do that. I got some running around to do. We're going to hit that Pokemon machine. Again, the same one in the middle of the day at a certain time that we always go to it. And hopefully I'll get my fourth ETB this month. I'm using Tim bought one of these spray things. You put olive oil in it and you just spray it and it becomes spray olive oil. I don't know. That's what we're using. There'll be a link below or something. These things just kind of show up. So that's what I'm doing. We got a non-stick skillet on medium heat. And I'm opening up an entire container of just egg. Throw the whole thing in. Ugh, just sprayed all over me. Probably need a bigger pan, but this is what I'm using. Alright, so that's going to go in. And then pretty soon after that, it's just egg all over me. I'm going to add in a little bit of salt. Eggs can take a lot of salt. And some pepper. Maybe not a lot of salt, but enough. I'm going to start moving this around right away, just so it doesn't stick. And I'll just keep this moving. I want to scramble these up, or make it look like it's scrambled. To the part where it's, just got like this glossy stage, where it's about 75 to 80% done. Because then it'll just finish cooking while it's just sitting there. So. Alright, so it is May 1st or May 2nd, Saturday, May 2nd, and the end of the school year is quick approaching. So within 3 weeks left, and then I'm unemployed until August. So there you go. I keep thinking every year I'm going to get a job because, teachers don't get paid over the summer, or they don't get paid for the summer, I should say. You can choose to get paid over the summer. You can have your paycheck spread out over the year, instead of just for the contract time. Because we're contracted. Our contract starts at whatever the first day is. For me, it's like July 30th or something. And there's a week before the kids get there. And then it ends the last day of school
which is I think the 21st or 23rd of May. And then that's it. We're not paid for that time that we're not at work. We only get paid for when we're there. Everyone's like, oh, you get paid, get the summers off for free. We do not. We don't get paid for the summer. And you can choose to get paid during the time for your contract, or you can stretch it out, get less each week, and then you'll have money over the summer. I do not do that. When I've earned my pay, I want to get paid. I'm not interested in what happens over the summer. So every summer I'm like, I'm going to get, a second job or something, or a job over the summer just to keep me going. But then like this summer, I've got the Skills USA trip with a week in the summer. That's not paid. And then I've got 3 weeks of my summer. 3 weeks of it is training for 4 new curriculums. And all 4 of my classes that I teach, they're all getting new curriculums. And I have to go to training, 40 hours a week for 3 weeks. So, and that again is unpaid. So that's kind of a nightmare. So I don't really have what job could I get where I have to, I'll be working for 8 weeks and I've got to take 4 of them off, right? Like that's not going to happen. So I'm basically stuck not being able to work in the summer. I can do this, what I'm doing here. So, there you go. All right. I'm just kind of mixing this up here. I know you can't really see it, but it is starting to scramble, which is a good thing. I think I am going to do another the cut program like I did last year, on Instagram only. It was a nightmare for my, YouTube channel because the views just started going down. Nobody wanted to see me every day and I can't blame them. Actually, there were like 400 people who watched every video every day and were all in. And everyone else was like, yeah, that's too much Joey Truxell. So I'm going to do it on Instagram or one of the vertical platforms that I don't really post to. And I think I may even do it on my personal channel, Vegan Short King, instead of plant-based ads. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. Maybe I will do it on plant-based ads. So maybe I'll do them both. All right. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's looking pretty good. You can see that right there. It's about 60% of the way there. So I'm going to another minute here, and then I'm going to take it off the burner and let it finish cooking on its own. Actually, I think I'm going to add a little milk in here. I'm going to add a little bit of plant milk in here just to kind of give it more volume and soften it up a little bit. And that's an old trick of adding milk and eggs, kind of get them more creamy. Although you really want to do it when they're liquidy and not when they're already scrambled, of course. So there's still enough liquid here for it to work here. All right, I think this is actually really good. I'm going to get something to put this on. And then here, maybe you can see what it looks like. And I'm just going to put it right here. All right, I'm going to let this cool down a little bit, and then I'll show you what else is going in here, and we'll start assembling. All right, so I'm going to start wrapping these up. Here's what I'm throwing in here. I'm using this Extreme Wellness high fiber burritos, tortilla shells. They're 100 calories, they're the large ones, and they have 6 grams of protein and 2.5 grams of fat. So I'm just throwing one in the microwave at a time, just for 30 seconds, just to heat it up and make it more pliable. It's got some parchment paper laid down here, and I'm throwing it down here, and I'll assemble right here. So I've got my Just Egg, and I'm cutting this into 4 servings. So I'm making a quarter of the recipe here from the Just Egg into this here. All right, so 25%. And I'm going to lay that in my burrito right here. Move that around. All right. Then I'm putting in some BioLife vegan cheese. Vegan cheese is just a complete waste of calories. It's 100 calories for a serving. I'm using half a serving, so it'll be 50 calories. There's 0 protein in it. All you're getting, and it's all fat, all you're getting is the cheese versus actual dairy cheese where you get like 7 grams of protein out of it and it's a lot less calories. But I'm not going to use dairy cheese because I'm a vegan. So there's really not a lot of options. If you have the Laughing Cow cheese wedges, the vegan ones, those are only 35 calories. So use that and just shred up one of the little triangles. But I don't have that. So I'm going to pop this in here and I'm going to make sure like the cheese is spread across the whole thing because I want that cheese in every bite. After that, I'm putting in some of this Unreal Deli Unbacon or whatever it's called. It's comparable to pork bacon, except it's vegan. So, a serving is 70 calories and you get 5 grams of protein in it. I actually made 2 boxes of this because Tim bought 2 boxes and I wanted to use them up. So I'm going to use a quarter. So we're going to use 1 box for the whole recipe. This recipe, by the way, is making 4 burritos. So I'm going to use 25% of one of the boxes here. I'll pop that in there, and again, I'm going to spread it all out so I get that, bacony taste in every bite. And then I've got 4 Beyond Breakfast sausage links. So 4 links, which is, it's 2 links per serving, but I'm using 2 servings for the 4 burritos. And I'm just going to put it across. I'm going to take one of the links and put it across to make sure I got link in every bite. There you go. Now, I'm not adding any sauce or anything here. You could put a nice chipotle aioli on this, which I have, which I will probably do when I'm eating it. But just these, I'm just going to roll these up and throw them in the fridge so they're ready to go, or in the freezer. And that's it. So I've got my eggs, I got my bacon, I've got my sausage, I've got my cheese. I think that's everything I need. So I suck at rolling burritos, but I know there's a secret to it. And the secret is that you have to roll in to the sides and then start pushing here while you're squeezing here. And actually, this one's going to turn out okay. There you go. I'm just going to keep rolling until I've got it right here. And then it's on my parchment paper. So I'm going to take my parchment paper and do the same thing. Roll it like I'm rolling a burrito. So just kind of roll it in. Now, the key to this is, while it's in here, throw in the microwave for 30 seconds and let it melt the cheese and kind of get all the flavors together. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to prep the next one with my burrito shells here. So we're going to eat one today, and we'll show you how it tastes, which is going to be good. All right, let me throw all these together, and then we'll start eating breakfast. And then when you're ready to eat one, you just take it out of the wrapper. I like to make a bunch of these at a time because Lex loves these during the week. Take it out of the wrapper, put it on your plate. You can heat it up in the microwave for 30 seconds if you want. I just heated this up, so I'm not doing that. And you can dig in. I'm going to cut this in half so you can see what it looks like. You can see all that goodness. All right, and look at all that. Look how good that looks, right? Holy smoke. It's a nice, big, thick breakfast burrito. Oh, yeah. The cheese is melted because of the microwave. This would be good with an aioli sauce on it, which I don't have right now. We're going grocery shopping. It's Saturday morning. You know how we go Saturday grocery shopping. We'll be doing that. So I'll take it along with us. But it was a delicious breakfast burrito. All right, breakfast is done. It's before noon. We got plenty of stuff to do. We're hitting that Pokemon machine. We'll see you in a bit. So good. All right, we are in the car and headed to Fry's to check out the Pokemon machine and to get some groceries that we need. So let's see how the machine does. Hopefully this week there's no one behind me like huffing and puffing because I got something out of the machine they did. So I don't expect to get anything out of the machine today because the last 3 weeks in a row we've got those ETBs, those trainer boxes, and those are rare to start with. So I'm not expecting anything and I'll be fine with that. But I got to go groceries anyway, so it just happens to be there. All right, let's go. All right, so I'll throw the clips up on the screen right here. We pulled another ETB, a trainer box, elite trainer box out of the machine there at Fry's. I'm in the liquor section. So Lex took some video footage. There was cards, there was some an ETB. This is 4 ETBs in 4 weeks, and those are so hard to get. I don't even know what to say. The cards were available first, and I was going to pick all 3 cards, and Lex said, no, just get one at a time. So I did that. So I got one, and then let the machine end, and then press it again and got the second one, press it again and got the third done, and this time the ETB was available. So that worked out really good, and I don't know, I'm pretty excited. 4 ETBs in 4 weeks. Anyway, we're in Fry's doing some grocery shopping, so we'll see what happens after that. All right, we're going in Olive. It's like a Mediterranean, Peter Jungle type of place. It's got hummus and all sorts of stuff, so we'll see what they have here, and we'll show you what we get. Time for lunch. All right, let me show you what we got here. Let's take a look. All right, Tim, what did you get here?
All right, so I went the option of a variety plates. So I've got a little bit of salad here, some rice, looks awesome. Some hummus. We've got some grape leaves.
Dalmas,
yeah. And then some falafel to try. They have a vegan tahini sauce.
Tahini's vegan, yeah.
Yeah, so I got that.
And then some warm pita.
And some warm pita.
Lex got some fries, exciting. And then I've got a salad, a Mediterranean salad, and they threw that's a lot of falafel on top of it. You see there's grapes in there, and kale, and quinoa, and all sorts of stuff. And then they gave me the dressing, the vinaigrette, and some tahini. So we're going to jump into this, and we'll let you know how it is. All right, we're back. So we did the Mediterranean place. It was really good. So we ate at like 4:30 in the afternoon. And then we met with a bunch of friends at a bar type of thing and had some drinks, but we just had bottled water. Well, they had alcohol. And it is now, these fruits look good from fries.
Yeah.
I love cut fruit.
We didn't know this, but Joey actually likes dragon fruit.
Yeah,
so.
no, why do I like dragon fruit? I used to have dragon fruit smoothies, but I never saw them in a fruit bowl. But anyway, it's 9:45, and I've been up since 6 a.m. I don't think we're going to eat anything else. Like, there was a lot of falafel on that salad, and we had that at my salad, and you had a lot of falafel. We had that at like 4:30, right? Like, it doesn't seem that long ago, and I'm stuffed. I was going to have like a protein shake or something, but I don't want to force it down at like 9:45, right?
Yeah.
So,
From that experience, I definitely don't want to say I love Mediterranean food or Greek style food, but having that platter with all these bits of flavors from like the salad to the grape leaves to the falafel, like, it all was actually really good. So I enjoyed it from that aspect.
yeah, you like a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So, like, toppings.
I wasn't so committed to one thing,
So I think that's our video for today. Click that like button, click that bell, click subscribe. You get notified every time we have a new video, usually every Tuesday. Leave a message below. And we thank you for watching us.
Yeah, we are working on recipes. Yeah. It'll come.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, I'm Joey Troxel, and today I'm going to talk about how I went from being a short, fat guy to being much closer to my goal of looking physically fit. I'm doing this by not only monitoring my weight, but my muscle mass and my body fat too, knowing when my plans are working and knowing when I need to change things up a bit. First, let's talk about the device I'm using to help me measure my progress correctly. I absolutely love the BodyPod by Hume. It's a smart scale device that, as you can guess, tracks your body weight, but it also gives you so much more information about your body composition with a medical grade accuracy of 98%, which up until now has been unavailable to the average person. I used to pay to get Staiku, DEXA, and other 3D scans, but that wasn't really sustainable, and I could only afford them maybe once or twice a year. With the BodyPod, all of this information is accessible to me every day for less than the price I used to pay for just one scan. One of the tools this scale uses to give you such accuracy is the handle. The handle allows it to get your measurements from both your upper body and lower body, compared to most other smart scales that just use your lower body readings to approximate your measurements. Hey, not all people are the same, and we store fat differently. So, if you want to be accurate, you'll want to measure correctly and measure both the upper and lower body. The BodyPod comes with a free app that shows you a breakdown of all your metrics, and it breaks it down into measurements for each individual body part. There is a paid upgrade available, but everything I'm showing you here is part of the free app, and that's what I use for myself. The app shows you subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, muscle mass, BMR, heart rate, and so much more. It's really detailed in the amount of information it presents. You can track your patterns and changes over time to see if the number on the scale going up means you've gained more muscle and burned off some fat, or if you are truly gaining fat and need to make a change in your diet. The many different charts track lots of metrics. While I pay attention to weight, I usually closely monitor body fat percentage and lean muscle mass to make sure the weight I'm losing is fat and not muscle. You can't tell this by using a standard type scale. It just gives you a number. What does that mean? Having the BodyPod is a good reassurance to know that you're on the right track with muscle gain and fat loss, regardless of what the actual number on a traditional scale would normally tell you. Plus, the BodyPod qualifies for payment with your FSA or HSA. You can choose the Flex option at the payment window. Since regular scales don't work with your body composition, they don't qualify. The Body Pod is linked in the description below this video, or you can check it out at myhumehealth.com. And use the code PlantBasedDads at checkout. They're running a 50% off sale currently as I'm filming this video, so if you've been thinking about getting a smart scale, now is the time to check it out. Plus, with my discount link or with my code PlantBasedDads at checkout, you get an extra 15% off on top of whatever special they're running at the time. Yeah, baby! The Body Pod has made all the difference in my journey, and now that information is accessible to you every single day.